Welcome, returning a new subscriber. What is going on? Okay. We gonna tap in. Hey y'all. That part. Welcome back. Never left. It literally felt like I literally felt as though I never left. Because I didn't. So what's up? Well, just my imagination was playing. Still is. Sounds as though it is. But anyway, I keep seeing ultrasound in this water. Keep seeing an ultrasound. The other thing is before going live, I walked right over there, clear as day. The way it was perceived didn't happen. The way it was perceived, it didn't happen. And so much you've seen was what you were creating. Because when you truly hold yourself accountable for your reality, you're responsible for all that occurs to you, And what you're responsible for is what you do after whatever that is happens. Respond, right? Or react. It's your responsibility. What happened has happened. But your response to it is your responsibility. So and I just went live right before this, 3:13. Where was that? That was on something else that has to do with 10 of cups, Mars and Pisces. Wow, I'm loving the way the uploads are. Peep how this is happening. So the downloads that came through are being uploaded as I'm speaking to you, but the way it's being uploaded, it's hovering, it's floating, and then it just, what's the word? Because it's similar to going through a portal. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, D, Alana, Evelyn, Sense of the Artiste. Welcome, my love. So, yeah. So, the moment you realize you're holding yourself accountable, you'll be able to see where you're responsible. Your responsibility is the way you respond to the situation or react to it. If you allow yourself to just let that, yeah, it's a wave. I'm seeing now they're showing me a surfer, 455. it's surfing on a wave. So, okay, let's say the current, the tides are high, but you have this ability to surf 505 in these high tides, and you're doing it effortlessly right now. So, let's see what happens. No. So, no, it's not let's see what happens. Make it happen. Make it happen. So, when that sinks in, as far as swings is significant right now. When that sinks in for you, as far as your responsibility to to you creating your reality, to you creating your reality, then you'll be able to see the most simplest things in the most profound way. See sense. I'm just gonna say sense because you know you got different senses and not just the five. I'm hearing the willow tree all around you as spirits, my dear. 644. Time warping, time looping. Time warping and time looping. Nervous, that's Virgo. Nervous system. Virgo connects to 722. Not 722, but it was 722. The nervous system. Virgo, nervo. Wow. Okay. There's that. Nerve go. Virgo connects to the nervous system. So nerves, breathe. 755. Slow down, pay attention, be aware. Slow down enough to be aware and pay attention. The second time, lesson learned, however, not to the extent to apply what was learned. So the wise choices or decisions weren't made. But now that's what has been or is being analyzed. Hey. It's being analyzed through what you have difficulty learning to accept, but you cannot change. Serenity in reverse. And then you got warrior, path of the jaguar. Study the sciences, the stars are aligning you. Natal chart. Be careful with what it is or be mindful what it is that your eyes are directed towards or where you're directed to look or see. Watch. For some of you, that's the path, that's the avenue, that's the block you take to get to the subconscious. In general, to get to the subconscious, ask yourself questions when it comes to what puts you in a state of fear, shame, anger, attachments, lies. Ask yourself those uncomfortable questions. Why do you fear it? Honestly answer them. 955. 4. Second. Let's look at this number. It was 469. Look at simplify. 469. Simplify. You don't have to do as much as you think you have to do. And see, you got this ad here for Ben Affleck. Hypnotic, whatever this is called. Hold on. A phase of your life is about to end. Angel number 469 is assigned to give you forewarning so that you are able to prepare. Your angels ask you to let go and release the old. It is a message that assures you that whatever leaves your life at this time will be replaced with new and better. And yes, it will be. It already is. It's already happening. It's already happening. Be open to receiving all that you deserve as you are ready for an upgrade in your life. You're responsible for what you do after something occurs or comes to your awareness or your consciousness. Let's see. Astrology reading cards. Anybody has any questions? Is this resonating with anyone? As a matter of fact, in this live in the chat. Let's see. I see y'all in here though. But the message is this has to do with work, habits, areas of your life that are being called to be analyzed on a much deeper level, specifically what you believe in. What you believe in is a direct reflection of what you know. So if what you believe is not truly something you know, is something from someone else or an outer source, external source, and it doesn't truly resonate with you internally, question it. 1331. So let me pay attention to the synchronicities for y'all. Saturn is at the bottom of the deck. Some of you may have Saturn in the 6th house. The part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom, when it comes to the energy that is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving, it may concern family, a mother, or a child. And then we have the 6th house, the work, health, and duty area of your life. Just her flute. The moon, immediately as I looked at it, it said hidden. 8th house, Capricorn, moon in Capricorn. These are some very deep cycles. embedded in the area of life that has to do with work, health, transformational areas of life. When it comes to shared resources, deep, intense emotions included. So now, Taurus, some of you could be receiving an invitation from a Taurus, or if you are a Taurus wanting to invite someone. Five of Pentacles, being left out in the cold. Not inviting someone or not accepting an invitation is the doorway to go deeper into the subconscious as to why you have a certain level of shame or guilt when it comes to doing something that you would love to do. Last 2 years. Then we got the Page of Swords. You could definitely have Saturn in Pisces, for sure. Got the body of the goddess. Let me see which divine feminine comes out. So it's got the body of the goddess. Moon in Capricorn, 6th house or 8th house, warrior, path of the jaguar. Challenge, learning to accept what cannot be changed. I'm getting this has to also do with a specific offer in matters of work, love, interchangeable. Parvati, the goddess of devotion, being mindful of what you're devoting your energy to or ambitious about. Because what you're ambitious about is what you're focused on. And then you have Diana, Queen of the Wilderness, and Saint Bridget. They just showed me the Tower card in reverse. Give me a second. Why did you show me the Tower card in reverse? Yes. First and foremost. You avoided something here. Not so much avoided. There was something you were supposed to do that allowed you to avoid something that if you didn't do what you were supposed to do, you wouldn't be able to avoid this. I heard challenge accepted, wisdom applied, knowledge applied. Wisdom wins. Wisdom wins. But I'm hearing wins as far as air, wind, air. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then we have the Emperor. Wow. Heavy hitters with the Tower in reverse. With the Sun in Aries. Well, there's that. Well, we have Leo and Aries energy. Because when it comes to you stepping into your power, oh, there is no ifs, ands, and buts about that. But you have to find this doorway that takes you to the path of what this Pandora's box or where this Pandora's box is in your subconscious. Now, your subconscious is your reality, which is why you're being advised in this message that the moment you hold yourself accountable for what's going on outside of you, you begin to see your power. Each time you blame a circumstance or a condition on what it is that is outside of you. This is you giving your power away. So, the language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. Yeah. The serpent is a mystical divine creature we have on this planet because that's the one in butterflies that's coming to mind as quick as it should right now. That shed their skin, showing you that you leave your skin behind when you transform. You leave the flesh behind when you transform. There's 2100 on the clock. That's the world card, completion, end, new beginning, and simultaneously new beginning. Message. Those that are isolating themselves right now are in the phase of living their life of what they perceive as success and connection to immortality. And back to this message. So, that so the way this message came out is the same that I'm going to tell it to you. You're meeting that divine counterpart. And it's inevitable. Because what I'm seeing right now is someone who goes through this process of healing and is able to, the same way you would visualize someone walking through a portal that has this plasmic appearance to it, that when they dip their hand and everything just merges 2244 and harmonizes into one so that you can go into the next realm. That's what this is. That's what they're showing me right now as far as what happens when you isolate yourself and the correlation to the serpent or the butterfly. That was the first thing I saw leaving today was a monarch butterfly. So massive transformations are happening. Massive. Look at this. Look at the 2332. As above, so below. I'm seeing a festival. Is from okay. So when you look at it from the first appearance, it seems as though you're at an all white festival or gathering, but it has this opal color, rose quartz color to it, turquoise color to it, violets, sapphire, those colors, those are not, some of those are not colors, but just by saying that you can visualize, this seems as though it's an all white function, but you're seeing all these colors at the same time. So what you're perceiving is not what it was. It's something else. It's much deeper. When you look deeper into it, there's so many layers. So there's a peeling down of the layers too to get to this level. This is why it's important to know, not necessarily know, it's important to just walk that path when you approach it, whether you know it or not. What's at the top? Ten of Swords here. Something is completely over. You have the Magician. Ten of Swords, Magician, Ace of Cups. That right there. Yeah, Five of Cups, Three of Swords. It's over. It is over. What is over? Heartbreak, worries, fear, anger. And this is what I mean about the isolation. Because that's how potent your words are right now as the magicians. You all are, as above, so below. The shit is done where the Most High is. And you have been given the Holy Grail. You have been given, that's why them synchronicities are coming through the way that they're coming through. You know? So this is why the isolation is important. Or why you may even find yourself saying less than you would normally say. Because words are so powerful. There's a reason why in the beginning was and is the Word. The Word is God. Generator, operator, destroyer. And again, as long as you are giving your power external to you, you don't hold yourself accountable for what it is that is being shown to you, reflected by you initially, but it's not being perceived by you the way it actually is. That this is in front of you is being shown to you because there's some part of you that resonates with it. And you know what's so simple about a resonant response? Where you throw more anger and defense towards the situation rather than gratitude. And that happens in an instant. And that comes down to what isn't yours. Coming from where you come from, your parents, whomever they may be, whether you know them. So everything that is shown to you in your reality see, this is why law of attraction is about to become much more simpler and accessible because of the energetic vibration that we are in as far as the planet is concerned. Whether someone knows that they are applying those principles, things are going to shift. This is what I'm saying about the isolation part. And why you may be doing it but feeling more comfortable to do it, even if it's not isolation. You're doing something you normally wouldn't do, and you're seeing great results from it. And for others of you, you're used to doing, but you're not used to being patient in the process. Being patient in the process is patience is what you do while you wait. So in that journey, you're not focused on when is it going to happen, when is it going to happen, when is it going to happen, the seeds that you planted, when is it going to sprout. You know you planted the seed, and you know there's a process that's involved for something to occur. You don't focus on the exact moment that it does happen. You just focus on more so that you did do it. You did all that's in your control. Now, everything else that is supposed to happen thereafter, allow it to happen thereafter, but don't allow yourself to go into a journey of doubt because you're not seeing what it is that you have planted immediately. We all know that things happen in its own process or timing or cycles. We know time in the physical manner in terms of clocks and calendars because that's what we were told. And it does work for a point of measure. But that's not all there is because it's not just logic either. Because it becomes more practical when you're looking at it from that logical standpoint. Because now your senses, those 5 senses, can pinpoint something, specifically the ones of touch and sight. So and there's an end and new beginning of lack of support to an abundance of support. Okay. Yeah. Oof. You're going to be receiving a lot of offers, applications, or you may have been putting in a lot of applications here for something you want to get started in. This could be your petition to the universe and what you're asking for. Your wish will be granted. You just got to let go. So there's some form of lack that is still within your emotions that are finally being released with Venus going direct now. Although, you do got that shadow phase, post shadow phase. Ooh. Let's see. Five of Swords. And we also have 1122, magnetism, harmony, and love, peace through self-realization. You find that missing piece through self-realization. Because that missing piece is yourself. Look at that, the Page of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. The same cards are coming through that I just showed you. Ace of Pentacles. A conversation has been you asked for it once and everything that happened thereafter, it wasn't what you perceived it to be. What you perceived wasn't what it actually was. So specifically the parts where things were happening to you and not for you. That's where that will come in. Now, an Aquarius or a group is coming in strong. Aquarius or a group. Reason why I said that, yeah, this 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords, that's Mercury in Aquarius. It's a difficult conversation, but it is a victorious one. They said proposals. This didn't happen yet with the Hermit. You get what you were looking for through the dark night of the soul, which is after the spiritual awakening. Dark night of the soul would be that process of you unlearning and relearning. That process of you unlearning and relearning. They showed me the darkness here in the background, which is not necessarily what they said that's the portal. What this one is working on, What this one is working on, it's Leo. Jupiter, Leo, Six of Wands. This is for those of you who are into body language. This person tells you exactly what they're feeling and thinking in their walk. There's a specific way they stand or walk in certain moments. Yeah, that's the part of fortune symbol in the middle of these Three of Pentacles, which is it's Mars and Capricorn. The way they walk, the way they stand. Just her secret gift. Secret gift is to use the way you feel. But are you willing to? For what? Two of Swords. To make a decision on memories connected to significant partnerships that have to do with work, family, love. For some of you, this has to do with higher education, with this Hierophant, or an institution of higher study. A lot of work you put into this. So this Nine of Cups and this Three of Pentacles card. What decision is this person making here as far as, hold on, an ending to somebody making a serious move but hiding this shit? Walk it like I talk it, literally is what I. Yeah. I didn't even see this fucking Eight of Cups in the back. That just what because I did see 1127 and I was just about to say what it got to do with it, and that's Tina. So Sagittarius. Being guided to, and there goes the butterfly. Embrace change and detach from what no longer serves you. Begin now to recognize your own beauty and elegance, and the world will do the same. Do you not just come full circle? For some of you, it's literally sexual intimacy of that level. There it goes. Detachment, faith, and harmony. Heron, her on. Okay, so because I'm looking at this part of fortune, but I also heard Lilith. Knowing the way your Lilith operates or what your Lilith is doing will benefit you. This is for whomever has already been doing that. If it resonates, do you? You're being guided to follow your inner wisdom, find clarity, and focus on purpose, passion, and joy. North Node. Venus, Jupiter, the Sun, Begin now to reinvent your life and yourself. You are a powerful creator with limitless inner wisdom and infinite potential. Yeah, you are. And then a ladybug and another butterfly with the Black Panther right up under that. So, let's look at this dynamic in love really quickly. Well, 1 second. Let's work some magic with these babies. We're about to wrap up this message. What do you want them to know? Let your friends help you. This could be the one. Hold on. Let your friends help you. Angels and ancestors. Grow within the current situation. This could be something that's going on with who you consider friends, and you're growing, and this is what you are learning within the situation. Let's see. Yeah. You know this already. We have passion at the bottom of the deck. This could be the one. Let your friends help you. Wait for important information came out here in reverse with wise one coming out sideways and being a peacekeeper at the bottom of it all. So let your friends help you. I'm hearing be quiet, observe, be aware. Before you say anything, check to see if you're breathing or if you're holding your breath. You know? Welcome, Fatima. Let your friends help you. Ask for. See that this is coming through. This feels as though it's a riddle. So ask for and accept support from others. Let your friends help you. Grow within the current situation. You ask for help to grow within the current situation. Ask for support. Ask for and accept support from others. These others that you are accepting support from are friends. Remember, the beginning was the way it was perceived is not the way it happened. This could be the one. This could be a lesson that you have to learn with friends, with a particular group of friends or element of friends, whether it fits fire, water, air, earth, okay? Cardinal, fixed, or mutable. And whomever it is that you are connected to, the empress to your emperor, the emperor to your empress, is the polar opposite of that sign. But that lesson that you had to encounter has something to do with those group of people, either an energetic sensation or that and or the element. What was that? Be devoted and committed. Seer, seeing beyond the current situation. That's some shit now. Okay. Wow. Grow within the current situation. Wait for important information that has already arrived. So for some of you, you did what you had to do. You have some sort of guilt that you're holding on to let go of that. Once you let go of that, you open up this doorway to other um, prospects when it comes to love, right? So, yeah, intuitively stay on that path. Wise one, grow within the current situation. The important information has already arrived because it came out in reverse. That was the challenge, though, to accept the information that came in. This could have just been something as simple as waiting a little bit longer for something. But with Venus direct, that which you were waiting for is going to become clear to you. So as you grow within that situation, being devoted and committed to that growth, you're now able to see beyond the current situation. Like 469 said, there's something you have to let go of. Most cases, not well, in whatever case or frequency of that case that people watch tarot to gain clarity, right? Just to know what to do. I feel like in this message, just don't lie to yourself about a situation or what you want to do or what's in the way of what you want to do and why you're not doing it. Why aren't you doing what you want to do to live the lifestyle you know you can have? What's in the way? Because when you express gratitude and forgiveness to those situations that are being shown to you as a part of as a reflection of you, remember, not everything is yours either. Just say, thank you, I release you, but you're no longer welcome here. Show me the situation for the collective. You have the Nine of Pentacles, independence. Keep it to yourself. Whatever it is that you want to do and the way you want to move, career-wise, money-wise, keep it to yourself. Until you come to a point where you're able to express it from a position where the ego is not responding for you. Because when you take it to a spiritual response, now you're able to observe and see if that person is at a state, an energetic state to receive your message because of your awareness to the wisdom of your body in certain situations. Feel me? And you got Eight of Wands. Ooh, let your friends help you. Now, so that entire scenario opens up the doorway where you now have a support group. Nine of Pentacles, you're now able to communicate in a way where you are sure of yourself, your worth, and now your reality begins to match that. You got your strength and courage back. And that is the foundation of confidence. So there's that. Yeah. That card behind that you got holding on to what's blocking you from creating this legacy, because that's stepping away to create a legacy. So obviously ending something, a belief system that has nothing to do with your knowing, because your knowing, polar opposite Aquarius to Aquarius is Leo, I will. Polar opposite to you knowing is connected to your willpower. Now, your willpower is also connected to your sun's energy or your sun sign, as far as your life purpose, your ego, situations that you enter just to gain experience but not become it. You see? So, what's behind this transformation, another part of it is holding on to things too tightly because of a lack mindset. Some of you are doing so much work with yourself, but you're still surrounded by people that resonates with the old version of you. Obviously, there's a process to it all and what you have to do to get out of the situation. But now that you know that, you see, do all that you 5111 to get in alignment, to make that change happen, because it's all up to you. You have to put that work in as far as what you do on a daily basis and what you don't do, because equally so, it's going to have an effect to what you got going on. Okay, move on. This could be the one, angels and ancestors for the collective. Because as long as you're going through these cycles, you're going to constantly attract lessons rather than your reward. 5155. Mountain, stand your ground, and then we got harness mystic power. So once you get in alignment with your north node, okay, your purpose in life, you're going to connect with, based off of the energetic vibration you're sending off, a connection. You're going to send off the vibration of a connection. You may have to travel for this. Harness your mystic power to manifest the resources that you don't need it. You don't need it. You have it. You just have to get in alignment with it. Track down your fears and desires, which is how you'll get in alignment to what it is that you are visualizing and creating that you need. When you realize it's already there, you just have to get in alignment to it through your energetic vibration and feelings. Because your feelings are going to spiral your thoughts, creating more feelings. Speaking of coming full circle, that's basically faking an orgasm at that point. Just saying. Harness mystic power in order to track down your fears and desires. 5333. Track down your fears. Going back to that 3 of Pentacles vibes. We said pull one more card. Card of Fortune. Religious factors. Either this person or you have part of fortune in Pisces or the 12th house. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Speaking of that, North. Beyond logic. Beyond understanding. Spiritual. A cycle that spirals, but it must happen for things to function. That right there is a clear message that what is not in your control, don't force it. But people can't understand from what you sense. Some of you are carrying that energy from not even your own experience, from past ancestors, as what you are doing at this moment is clearing up all of that energy. Because it could even be stories that are even being told about deceased loved ones or transitioned loved ones, about their past when they were going through uh, some form of trauma or battles with another. There's so much that the collective has to be mindful of in what they're expressing, not to be afraid of what you're saying, but to really get you into a space of speak in your imagination, speak in love. Because when you speak your imagination, you speak love, that in itself is going to cause you possibly to get away from people, people get away from you because you don't have any issues. You may not respond to them. It's not to say that you may not have them at all. You just don't respond to them the way people normally would. Just heard you won't play in the big leagues. Let me see what else going on. Bask in joy and light. The summer's not over, but this summer is only popping. Just had Labor Day, quote unquote Labor Day, right? Connect with their emotions as we are approaching Libra season, which is connected to significant partnerships. And the South Node is in Libra, clearing out all of those toxic or karmic situations that have been long overdue. Balance, checks and balance. There's a, let's get one more. Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. Yep, this is a high priest to an empress, or a high priestess to an emperor, or each its own to each other. So, yeah, speaking imagination, speaking love with fluidity. Ashe. Let me look at this team here. Look at Isis over there, peeping through. And Shekinah, the presence of the divine feminine and the goddess of magic. Sitting here peeping through. She right here again. So as far as this being a love reading, right? You're either single in a partnership, or in the partnership that you're getting out of, or you're taking this to the next level. Single, you won't be much longer because you've mastered a huge lesson here that had to do with friends. Those group of people, that energy that you were working on reflects a part of you that wouldn't allow you to see your divine counterpart. The reward is that may even seem as though you're being left out in the cold is so many people leaving you, or you having to leave situations, or some form of communication beyond retrograde. where that energy is just not to be around you any longer. King of Swords, Aquarius. I know. Moon in Aquarius, Seven of Swords. I just got from this with the King of Swords and the Moon, fourth house energy and codependency right here at the bottom of the deck. This had to do with clearing out codependency from the foundation, the home, fourth house, your first experience of a soul tribe, your first dynamic of a family, the family you were born into. Once you complete this cycle, you'll be able to reconcile with that part of you that was a fragmented piece of the soul that it now comes back together for this celebration. What's this? Mercury. Let me see. This could be the one. You certainly know this person from another lifetime because the stained glass right here is a Six of Cups, and you got the Four of Swords. This could be the one. You have to grow within a certain situation in order to become the seer, because you were born into this role. You came into this role as the wise one, but this was your process of remembering. There you go. That was your process of remembering. A social group, friends, something to do with friends, a social group, or your connection to a social group, or your friends in connection to a social group. And there's if you were to take the average or the sum of a situation, there's a specific energy that you had to, I heard, combat to get out of. The glory is equivalent to the pain, but because it is glory, it feels way better. But the glory is equivalent to the pain. It's on the opposite spectrum of the situation. The family that receives, left hand, yellow sun, red serpent, white dog, blue eagle. Yellow sun, the enlightened one. So let me see. Aries, life path 5, Aries, yellow spectral sun, galactic signature, or yellow or red spectral earth. 17 of 11. 11, 17. Hold on. And I am going to conclude the message with 11, 17. Actually. So, it was great to have you all here. Yeah. I love you. 11:17. Let's see what this thing is talking about. Certainly justice. Healing is justice. Your healing is your justice. I love that. I'm with it. You are heading in the right direction. And over here, right direction, we don't look at right or wrong, good or bad. That really doesn't exist. So there's that. But right hemisphere, the brain is the intuitive vibration. So 11:17 indicates you are heading in the intuitive direction in your life, and this has been achieved through your positive affirmations, intentions, and actions. You create your own realities, and you have managed to consciously steer your life in a very positive direction. You have a good reason to feel optimistic and happy with yourself as you have achieved great personal success. When you accept great things happen. Mindful of what you're ambitious about, what you are accepting. You're on the intuitive, all right path on your life's journey. The angels support and encourage you to pursue your life purpose in earnest. Listen to your intuition and higher self and take appropriate action, as only you can serve your soul purpose and fulfill your destiny. Only you. Only you. The angels, angels of light, angels, points of clarity. So this is why even more so is important to forgive situations that are going on outside of you. Because there's something within you that resonates with that, which is why it's happening. Everything has its place. You just got to know where you belong. You know? So the angels encourage you to maintain a positive attitude and use positive affirmations in order to manifest your highest ideals and aspirations. And the highest or the most expansive, there is no end to that. Don't create that ending for yourself, because nothing within this universe ends. Not created nor destroyed, just transformed. There's so much to be let go of as humans. And it's not hard to let go of it. What may be a challenge to do is what you have to step away from, what you have to do in terms of what you have control over, in terms of your actions and the way you respond to something is one thing. But the way someone else around you respond to you is another. And that's the challenge, is what you have to get away from what's around you in your external environment. But again, what's around you is a reflection of you. You knew all of this and what you are remembering now before you enter your mother's womb or your father's sack. Just saying. So, you knew what you were going to do. You're just remembering, and that's what the learning experience is everything that you encounter, the moment and the process that you go through in embracing that things aren't happening to you but more so for you. Even the way you listen to tarot or read your own tarot cards is going to come across much differently, because there are going to be different avenues or points of perception within you that are going to start to unlock themselves so that you can have that perception or form of analyzing what's going on. But I have to look at something else. Hmm? Hmm. Metaphysically speaking, 1117 represents a high place. Hmm. Taking down what you used to have on a pedestal from unlearning and relearning. And it represents Bama, Bamah. High place, height, stronghold, hill, chapel, tabernacle, place of worship. The mentality or intellect of man given over to exaltation. High place. There goes that tower. But high place. Of man given over to exaltation of the world of sense and materiality. Good. Let's go to gematria. The avatar of Mem, commencement of age of Aquarius, perspective, the great divider, the 33rd degree, or base of the skull. It's 933 right now. Cold negative blood, newborn, Atlantean frequency, the great deceiver, under my umbrella, principle of love. Sorry, free to change your direction, given a human name. Wow. Change direction, given a human name. This could be all the friends you thought you had that were friends and they not friends. It's okay. Literally, it's okay. It's okay. Hmm. The world in the Hierophant. Yeah, it's over for that. For those non-committal situations. Hmm. The tower again. Disruption. Disruption was your protection. The letter H. See? Show me this name. HGNL. 1927. I made that expression because whoever this soul is, clear as day, reincarnated from 1927. 18, the moon, yeah, Lagos, invisible forces. Life path 5, Aries, could be a moon in Aries. 1117, Scorpio. Sheesh. Ooh. Ooh-wee. The Tower, the Lovers, and Temperance. Be patient, because the way this wrecking ball of love coming in, you gonna want that Tower moment. Got the Hierophant again. HGN could be someone's initials. GNHNGH. HNG. GHN. If I said that, let me see. TYUNIT. The only letters I'm missing is I, because unity is definitely up here. UYT. You said UNITY, but we got UYT. So UYT GNH. Uniting, let me see. Unity GHHG. GHHG. All of a sudden. You could be finding out about somebody reunited with somebody all of a sudden. But is it all of a sudden? No, it's not. No, it's not. Seems that way. Because we've been taught to be fucking delusional in the worst way possible. But it's whatever. We're doing better. We're doing better. Okay? We're remembering here. We're not out here thinking crazy and shit. Although, still happens. 9/15/75. I called you out. Whoever you are, September 15th, 1975. Either you have a grandparent that's still alive today, that's your birthday, and they was born 1927. Not hopefully, but that would be swell. That would be ideal. But we have the Hermit, the letter J, number 13. I just heard, okay, so that does connect to the bowels, the stomach. Change in retreat, Othela. Change in nutrition. Anything inherited heals anything inherited. Change in nutrition heals anything inherited or genetic issues. It's what you tend to do because in your genes. This is going back to what we was talking about before. That was happening in your environment. Some of these things are not yours. Healing genetic problems or anything inherited. You can use this room. You carry it with you. Othela. Justice. Healing is your justice. I'll tell you one thing. John is here. The book of John is about love. It is Oh, my ears just popped. So somebody went deep, 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 deep down into what they thought was a fantasy, but it was actually reality. Losing track of time. Losing track, but you're not losing. You're not losing. Hung. 1959. 1977, 75 to 77. Healing is your justice. This could be that person too, between 72, 75. As far as a significant change in a partnership or to a partnership, you have Knight of Cups. Proposal invitation was the crossroads. King of Cups from the Scorpio. Someone who comes back. He said someone who comes back, they used to give you crumbs. You know what, you was hung up on this person, but it's time to let that go. It's okay. Just saw the Eight of Swords and Seven of Cups. Why it's okay? Because your money about to come up. That's why it's more than okay. Exactly. Work. They want you to focus on your work. Balance out your finances. Because so much more is coming. Remember this Ace of Pentacles to the Hermit before the Hermit. $13 Harvest. Joe OG. 413. That's Aries. You must step into your power. You must know who you are. You must know your temperament to bring balance. Mars and Libra. It's Aries. It is Aries. Once you have your backbone, you'll be balanced out. Aries is the backbone to Libra. Justice came out. Empowered. The Hierophant just came out, which is also here for the rooms, number 4. But I was just getting with this here, Justice and Hierophant 511 is saying no one has to, something has to be, it has to be balanced in order for there to be expansion. One is not more important than the other. And for the Hierophant to come out, one not being more important than the other, that is significant of a union, a partnership, which is also 7th house energy. So let's see. And there goes the Star. What was that? We had Justice in the Star, 1711. That's 511 again. There's so many significant changes that happened for the collective between May and August that you're now going to be able to see the fruits of your labor. Ace of Cups. A lot of majors are coming out. So, yeah. This, this would say your demons are not even allowing the residue of itself to get in the way. You got to hold on the life you live. You got to hold on to space that connects to the life you lived. So, what you perceive that wasn't it, you're now seeing it. Whether this is something you recognize. Nine of Wands, Ace of Cups, Moon in Sagittarius, setting boundaries. Seven of Wands, Mars in Leo. Someone gets their mojo back when they're working with children. We have the Fool and the Eight of Swords. Leaving those gloomy days behind. Proper burial, that card from the Isis Oracle. In order to take this leap of faith, that leap of faith is setting these boundaries, holding yourself accountable for those boundaries. And now you're receiving these passionate invitations or messages from people that are allies. Through strength and courage, you gain your confidence to connect to your destiny of abundance. But it's important for you to have strength and courage. Evidence of you having strength and courage is properly burying this old mindset of self-sabotaging thoughts and actually, holding yourself accountable for the boundaries that you have and what you're no longer going to accept. Because there's a lot that an Empress or an Emperor doesn't have to take and they don't take. Getting well acquainted with your throne and on that seat that you hold, that space that you're holding. You're holding space for energy to expand. So it comes with a different set of responsibilities. And just like we were mentioning before, that the glory is equivalent to the fury that you experience or the pain that you experience, but on a different side of the spectrum. A different side of the spectrum of this is not the Eight of Cups or what's this, Gemini. It's not the Eight of Wands. Well, though, that's very similar in terms of bringing in new partnerships and relationships that are passionate, and you can take it to a passionate new beginning that's in connection to your rebirth, Ace of Wands. But that polar opposite energy to that right there is this. You're not afraid to be this. So it's the pre-stages of that. Queen of Pentacles, more so, which she's already here though. So, yeah. That's your message, y'all. Yep. We getting up out of here. Y'all stay tuned. Keep that notification bell on so you know when I'm going live or dropping another message that premieres, and we be, talking to one another in a chat and all that amazing stuff. But yeah, grow within your current situation so you can see the current situation. So this is something that has to come back around full circle. You got the same information, same energetically. You got the same message and missed the same messages. Visually, the shit look different. You may perceive it as something different, but that's the importance of being still. Because then in those moments you can ask yourself those questions, and then that moment is usually when you're not um, so apt to take notes of what it is that you're saying, because you're in this other space. But just get the work done, get that conversation in with yourself. Just go in. Don't worry about writing that down. When you get into that space, you'll know when you're in that space, because something in you, which is your soul, tells you this is where you get that work done. Just don't let it go the way you let go of a lot of other things that you may have written and just did nothing with. You know, all those things that you're writing and affirming, do something on a daily basis where you're connecting to what it is that you want to see to bring life to it. Look at that. You got detox here. Declutter, Ophiuchus, toxic energy sent your way, backfires. Woo! Well. And then you got your predated soul agreements. So you already knew this was going to happen. Just reclaim your power. Reclaim your power. You just reclaim your power. It's going to be more than okay. It's going to be more than okay. Forgive whoever you got to forgive. The more you hold on to it, well, you have that energy in your space. So now it has to come back to you through someone else. It's really that simple. But we get so wrapped up into the emotion of who did it and what they did. That is not what we came here for. But that is what the collective has been programmed to do, which is why there's so much competition and why there's these battles or wars and things of that nature. Just get yourself out of the game of the worst case scenario of a horrible experience of telephone. If you want to know who got the title of the worst game of telephone, it's Humanity Unawakened. And we all have that moment. But when you realize that that moment exists, it's like, then the isolation period kicks in, where you're, just more than okay to do what you have to do. And when you're more than okay to do what you have to do, you're not feeling guilty about what you have to do. If you got people around you still to this day, to this very moment that you're watching this video, that make you feel guilty about you doing what you have to do, don't get mad at them. Don't get mad at yourself either. Just handle whatever you have to handle in order for you not to view it that way. Because they're basically beyond the final draft. So. Anything else, Source? As long as you have fear anywhere within your space, ground yourself. Walk barefoot on the grass, dance, work out, sweat. But as long as fear is still floating through you, ground yourself. Do not do something because you're afraid to do it or you're nervous to do it. Okay? So I'll see you later. Ciao.